Hmm? Am I crooked?
No. Remember yesterday when it was like repeating the same thing over and over again? I'm gonna record on here too. Oops.
Sorry.
Mic check. Alright. Fuck it. I just want to be able to like see what I'm looking at.
It's AJ
Oh.
here.
Huh?
It's AJ here.
Let me send this out real quick.
Oh, Melissa requested it.
She did.
So she can watch.
Oh. She's gonna watch it on Facebook?
Mm-hmm. I think I told her it was Facebook.
Oh. I should have just copied and pasted it. Oh my god. Huh. Alright, see what happens. This is on Spanish.
Oh, that's your old phone?
Yeah. It's not that far behind. Let's see. We'll just wait a little bit. Set it on my other laptop.
What other laptop?
My other laptop. So I
Oh.
could do the chat part, because otherwise. Let's see. I wonder why it looks like that.
With all the screens?
Like why my thumbnail came out like that instead of something else. I guess I could make my own thumbnail. Should I do that real quick?
Yeah.
Live on the jump. You can see how I work.
Oh, they're able to see.
Huh? They're watching me make my live. I'll do that right there. Okay, the background gonna be the same color. Alright. I'm gonna add this picture of me right here. Remove the background. Watch this magic. I don't know about all this, but
The microphone.
yeah, I'll leave it like that. And then add some text.
Your hair looks nice.
I don't know about that font. Let's try this font. Now I like the other one better.
That one sounded like a siren.
Yeah, it did. Oops. Put that right there. Put me right here. Live Q&A. And then go to here. Put YouTube live. What is happening over there?
I
How's
don't know
that?
why my stomach's been doing that.
Should I make this red? For the
Mm,
live part?
yeah, try red and see. Do all of it red, no? Maybe.
I'm gonna keep this white. Then go over here. Wonder how I could change my thumb. Oh, right there. Damn, that's official.
Oh, that does look nice.
Save. Where's all my peoples at? Okay. What's your opinion on the Redditors and GameStop fiasco? That's just crazy. That's how.
It's long overdue.
Yeah, basically, they just exposed the rich people by
Yeah.
by playing their own game against them, and now they don't know how to handle it. And the way that Robinhood handled it, you could tell that they were in on it because it backfired on them too. So they had to do something to stop basically us from making money, which is crazy. Like they weren't allowing people to buy shares, and then they limited it to only one share. You can only buy one share. That's ridiculous. I wonder if these come on Spanish too or no. So we could do it on here like this, and then we don't have to look at. We can look at something else like my stock portfolio. She cute. Hey, make sure you like the video. Like the video real quick. Yeah, I'm saying.
Please.
All right. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna go live on this joint. I think I'm gonna redo this. I'm gonna turn it off. Actually. Oh wait. Actually, I need the whole thing. Fuck it, I don't like it.
Why not?
All right, y'all. So basically, what we're doing here is we're gonna go over Q&As, any questions that anybody might have that's just getting started with investing and is a little uncertain and just wants a little bit more better understanding of what investing means and is and how to do it before actually diving in, because that's definitely one thing that people what stops people from investing is not knowing exactly what they're doing. So everyone, I mean, I myself included, definitely want to know what I'm getting into before I actually dive into it. But at the end of the day, it's all about taking action. So a lot of people learn better as they go. It just goes along with anything else in life. You know what I'm saying? This is a real life lesson. Like, you can apply anything. You can apply the way that you go about investing in the stock market to anything in life
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
We're all beginners at everything.
Yeah. And you only gain knowledge and experience through experience, actual experience. You can learn, you can read all the books you want, you can take all the courses that you want, but until you actually go through it and feel the emotions that comes along with it, and then be able to control yourself and understand how to actually go about your strategies, then you can actually, it's easier to understand.
Yeah.
So that's that. What we're gonna do is go over basically any questions. So I got my girl here, Belinda. You know what I'm saying? She got all dolled up for us for her debut. But she's just gonna ask some basic questions that the average beginning investor might have, and then we can go from there. If anybody that's watching has any questions, just leave it in the comments and we'll get those answered. We already answered the first one about the whole Redditors and GameStop fiasco. It's gonna be interesting to see how that continues to play out, but
Monday.
they already kind of like, it's ridiculous, in my opinion.
What Robinhood did, or?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, everybody already knew that's how the game's played. The institutions
yeah.
move the market, and the small people just kind of have to like guess to see, like,
Yeah.
because that's exactly what happened. Is like the retail investors, all we're doing is predicting what we think might happen in the future, and then hope that we made the right prediction. Whereas the institutional investors, they're the ones that actually make the moves. So they put all this money into a stock, and that makes the stock move. So that's how they make their money, and then they get out when they've made their money. So now that Wall Street Bets and
On
this
Reddit.
whole community decided to move the market themselves, they actually did what institutional investors do.
Yeah. Now they're all.
And
butthurt.
now, yeah, they're all butthurt because they know what now they're getting a taste of their own medicine. But what the thing is, when they do that, they're not thinking about, oh, we're gonna screw the little guys. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, they're just.
But they're not.
thinking of
But they're not
themselves.
really like, yeah. They're just trying to do their jobs at the end of the day, because they're hedge fund managers.
Which is fine. I think is what everybody's thinking, that it's okay. But what is annoying is that now that it happened to them, they're
Now
like,
it's a
no,
problem.
we have to limit everything on Robinhood and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Versus when it would happen to us, they'd be like, well,
That's the way the land is.
life. You
Yeah.
shouldn't put all your money in one stock and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But what they are starting to realize is that now a new era is in the stock market, because growing up, a lot of millennials and Gen Zs would do things for their parents, and now they're adults and they're doing things for themselves, and so they're making moves like this.
Exactly.
So, smart kids out there now.
Yeah, it's just to me, it's just amazing that that many people were able to band together and actually
Yeah,
make
eat
it
the
happen.
rich.
Because it's only like 2% of the stock market that covers retail investors. So I mean, I'm pretty sure there was some type of hedge fund manager. Well, like the thing is, like some of these like bigger corporations, like the institutions, they were either like riding the wave
Hmm.
because they saw what was happening, or what also was happening was because they were on the other side. They bought the shares because they didn't want to lose more money from it continuing to go up, but that just made it go up even more.
Hmm.
Because basically what it's saying is that the demand for this stock is so high. That's what makes the price move. So that I could talk about that all day.
Yeah, we have been talking about it all weekend.
Yeah, so that's that. We want to move on to something a little simpler, if that's a word. You got any questions?
I guess for like beginner questions, it would be what is a stock or
Okay. So basically a stock is just it's like a representation of a company in the stock exchange. So like if you want to invest in Apple, then you would go to the stock exchange and then you'd look up Apple, and that would be like the stock. That's
hmm
just like on a video game. Whenever you play a video game, you create a character,
hmm
and then that character represents you in the game.
hmm
So a stock just represents the company in the stock exchange, Wall
oh
Street market, in the stock market. So it's just like a representation basically of a company, and then that's what they use to raise money for certain things. Like when people like if you wanted to invest in Apple because you think it's a good company or you think they're going to come out with something crazy,
hmm
then you get in and then you invest in Apple, and then Apple uses like that type of money to create products.
oh so like when the new iPhone's coming out
Yeah.
and you want to invest in it
Yeah. And then when they do good, then the stock price goes up.
and you
They
benefit.
make money.
Oh.
Everybody makes money. Beef and broccoli recipe.
That's what we're having for dinner tonight.
I wanted to like I'm slacking on this yet. Hold on.
So like say because I have the iPhone 5 and 7, but now I have Android, but I had the iPhone 5 and 7, so it's basically like I had like something from the company.
Yeah, if
That's
you
how
have
the
the
stock would be or
sort of, but it's like the opposite.
oh,
So like
because I'm making something from it.
yeah,
The
like
value
if you
doesn't.
own Apple products, like you just own their products, but you're not a piece of the company. Like you're not
Mm,
benefiting from anything besides having their product.
if anything, they're benefiting from you
They're
by
benefiting,
the
but you're not.
advertisement and oh.
Yeah, when you invest in their stock, when you buy their stock, then when they benefit, you also benefit because your stock goes up with the company.
Mm.
So you buy shares, which is basically like a unit of a stock. So like you have the stock, which is Apple,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have shares, which is a part of Apple. So you buy shares, and then you own shares. So now you're a part owner of Apple.
Mm.
And then when Apple does good, the share price goes up because now more people want to invest in Apple, or they report like really good earnings. So the valuation of the company, the value of the company goes up. So then they
Mm-hmm.
adjust the share price to match that, depending on how many shares they have out there. So there's multiple ways with how the share price can go up, but the difference between owning a share of Apple and owning an Apple product is that Apple
Yeah.
products depreciate over time because they're coming out with new phones every year.
Mm-hmm.
So when the next iPhone comes out, the iPhone that you have now is less valuable. But when you have a stock, when the next Apple phone comes out, your stock becomes more valuable. So now it becomes more
Oh.
valuable versus less valuable.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, because nobody ever really tells you that for buying things like that.
Yeah.
Only with cars. They'll be like, oh, once your car leaves the lot, it loses.
Oh, shit. See if anybody joins this ish right here. Can you leave like a... Does it have to look like this when you broadcast it?
Which one are you on?
I'm on Facebook.
Oh, can't you flip it?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like to see what people are saying.
Oh, I think it will pop up.
Or to see if anybody's watching it.
Mm,
I think I'm gonna go get my other computer.
Okay.
I'll be right back, y'all. Just leave it there. Or do it like this. This is how fucking terrible we are at this stuff.
Rotate.
Hopefully it stays there.
Everyone can see my forehead.
That way I can look at multiple things at the same time.
Oh, somebody's viewing.
On Facebook?
Oh, they left.
Bums.
My toes are cold.
Okay, so I have to turn it this way. Oops. Where's all my peoples at? What up, man? If you all are, what's going on, Will? We're just doing the Q&A right here. So if you got time, you know what I'm saying, go on my on my YouTube. We're doing a Q&A. If you have any questions on the stock market, getting started investing, let me know what's up. Look at me. Yeah, this thing is slow too. Alright, we'll just continue. I'm gonna hop off this shit. It's a waste of time. Alright, so any other questions?
So basically, so that's a stock, and then so essentially it's like you're shopping for the company, but you're getting money back for what you shop for.
Yeah. When you're investing in the stock market, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, you're trying to find valuable companies. So you're searching for companies that are gonna make you money, really. So, yeah. Like if you go you go to Walmart and you're looking for, something to eat.
Or when you're thrifting too, and you're like trying to find something that has value in it.
Sort of. But like thrifting would be more like finding like, I guess it's the same thing, like finding deals on items. Same as shopping, like when you go to like Costco, you're looking for deals, or you're going to like the outlets to look for a deal on a product that you want, like shoes, like Nike shoes. So like you go to the outlets and you're browsing, looking for what's on sale and stuff like that. And then products in general. So going to the outlet, they have like I said, Nike, they have Disney store, they got Apple store, they got, all these stores. So you're just out there browsing, seeing which store do I want to go into. The stock market is the same thing. You're essentially going into the stock market and looking at what companies are in the stock market that you might want to invest in.
And then your portfolio's like your shopping cart?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh.
It's like your closet.
Oh, okay.
So like you buy a jacket from somewhere, then you buy
like
your
H&M
shoes. Yeah, you like H&M jacket, then you buy like New Balance shoes, and then you have stuff from like anything
Nike
really. Then you have like an
sweats.
HP computer, and then you get your bed from like what's it called? What's that one place? IKEA, right? So like
Do they have a stock? IKEA?
I'm not sure, but
okay.
that's basically it. Like your portfolio is essentially your closet of items that you own. But in this case, it's stocks that you own.
Yeah.
But the difference is, like I was saying with the phones, like instead of your items depreciating over time because they're getting worn out or used, or the next item's coming out, so it's not as valuable because it's not the latest and greatest. your stock prices are going up, so your closet's becoming more higher value in price.
Mm.
So it's like shopping. And then when it comes to like finding deals, that's when you look more into like you read the like if I look on here, if I show you guys,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna do Apple because it's like
So
extremely
like
easy to explain.
when you're watching the news about the stocks, is it equivalent to like looking for deals
Yeah.
and ads and stuff?
Yeah, if they come out with news, like you might look up Apple on like Yahoo Finance and look at um what's the latest news on
Mm-hmm.
Apple. Like Apple was trading, like Apple was down here, right? Around this price. And then Apple released a there was like a news report that came out that they're thinking that they're going to try to get into the EV car business.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
trying to make electric vehicles. So people were like, "Oh man, that's amazing. I want to get into Apple before that happens because when that happens, the price is going to go up." And just
Mm.
because of that news alone, Apple went up to like right here, I think it was 136, $136
Oh.
because people were buying Apple.
So Apple will put the like put it out there, and then when people start buying in, they benefit off of that.
Hmm
Wow.
It just increases the value,
Mm-hmm.
like the value of the company.
Interesting.
So then what happens is people will buy the stock because they want to get in. But then there's also people that buy it just to like traders.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people are long-term investors,
Mm-hmm.
so they're just buying and holding for years. And then there's people who are traders where they buy it and hold it for a little bit, and then they sell it when it goes to a certain price because they're trying to make a profit. So they're not
Mm.
really looking long-term as far as like holding forever. I mean, they might be, but they
Mm-hmm.
also play the short-term too. So because of that news, the price went from 127, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
to 136, and then when it went up here, they sold their shares because they wanted to make that quick flip right here.
Can you be both? Can you be
Hmm
a long time and then a trader
That's
too?
what I do.
Oh.
But that's why the price goes down then. So like when it goes up here, people are like, all right, it's up where I want it. I'm gonna sell it.
Take
So
it,
when
my
it sells
money.
it, it comes down. So basically, when it comes to like we were saying, shopping and looking for deals, if it's up here, if you've been watching Apple and you know where the price is at,
Mm-hmm.
and you know like, all right, this is kind of like expensive,
Mm-hmm.
then you're waiting for people to sell it. So then when it comes down to a price that you're
Jump.
comfortable with,
Oh.
now you can buy it because you see it came back down to
Oh,
127,
okay.
and you're like, all right, now
So someone could be selling it at the top, and then someone could be buying it
yeah.
at the bottom.
And when you buy at the bottom, then it makes it go up. So that's why prices are always up and down. Like let me do it on here.
Oops, did I point in the camera?
Hmm? Thought I clicked on this. That's not. All right. Whoa. A lot of bullshit going on. Actually, let me go to the basic standard chart. There's nothing on it. Close this. And take this off too. All right, so this is you see the red candles and the green candles. So the green candles mean that the price was going up. The red candles mean that the price was going down. So when people were buying the stock, it was going up. When people were selling the stock, it was going down. So if you're just a regular like I'm holding for the long term, I'm putting $100 in every month and
Oh,
buying a
okay.
share, you don't really look at this. Like you're just on a different type of strategy. So like these prices don't mean anything to you because what happens this isn't even Apple. All right.
So like if I was a big like Apple fan, like I have all the stuff, and I'm like, okay, every other paycheck I'm gonna put 100 towards. That would be like a long term. Like
Yeah.
I don't really care if they go up or down.
Yeah, you're not
I
looking at the
just want to
price.
give them 100 every day because I know that they'll give me back. Is that how it is, or?
Well, you're not giving them $100.
Well,
You're
you
just
just
buying.
invest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you're just like on that type of like you're using it as a like savings account essentially
Mm-hmm.
or a long-term retirement account, then that's what you would do. You would just keep buying
Oh,
because
okay.
you're not looking at the short term, which is the up and down.
Yeah.
You're looking at the long term, which if I go back to like
That's what I would want to do with my company that I work for.
yeah, like this is from like the beginning of time. Like this is like
Oh.
way back. But if you look at it like
Mm-hmm.
now it's been going up ever since basically since like right here, 2016. So you can see that this company goes up over time. So
You think
you're
it's a
not
good.
you're looking like this is the long term. So you're not looking at it
Oh, like
short term where
day
like
to day.
next month this price could be $120.
Yeah.
But you're not going to pull out because of that. You're going to buy more because it's cheaper. And then when it comes back to this price, now you're actually in the green. So like that's long-term investing. Short-term investing, you're actually paying attention to like, oh shoot, it's down. And you
Yeah.
do the same thing, but then you want to sell it at a certain price, but that's for like short-term investors. But I think long-term is definitely like the first order of business. And then once you kind of get that down or you have some type of like
Oh,
strategy, then if you want to make more money, then
then
you
you
can
can
start looking at
jump
short
in.
term.
Yeah. Yeah, because short term looks like it can be fun, but you have to really know,
Yeah. You have to be a little bit more
have a
like
little bit experience, maybe.
experience, yeah, and knowledge. Obviously, like let me go to this. What the? That's where like all this comes in.
Yeah.
Like, where's this one? Like financial goals, like this is short term and long term. Like short term, you can invest in the stock market, which is buying and selling. Midterm is the same thing, but you can use it to like reach these goals, and then long term covers all of these as well. So you have that,
The
and
stock
then
market can be in any type of goal,
yeah,
basically.
it should be, in my
Yeah.
opinion. And then you have this saving. This is where the long term comes in.
Yeah.
So like if you just put in $100 a month, and then you just buy like let's say you buy $100 worth of Apple every month, over time, and it's going to be more than 10% because Apple moves more than 10%. So if you want to have like a guideline, just over the last year, Apple went up 64%.
Wow.
So let me pull up that calculator.
All the special calculator.
Yeah. Let's see. So let's say you put in $100 a month. You started with 100. You put in $100 a month, but the APY is 64%. And you're putting $100 in every month. In 1 year, you'll have $1,800.
Wow.
And all you put 1,200 in, and you got $668 for free.
That's crazy.
So like that's not what you're not getting any of that in your regular savings account. And that's just that's long term. So if you're more of like if you know how to read these charts and like you're into the short term business, then you can make way more than that.
Yeah.
But like you said, that requires more experience, and you have to be
Feel
a little less
comfortable, probably.
a little less emotional as an investor.
Yeah.
Because you have to be able to like
Yeah.
you have to be able to get out if it's like going against you,
Yeah.
and then you have to be able to
You can't.
you can't be scared with it. So it's like
Or become attached to like the
Yeah.
idea that, oh, I was supposed to make this much.
Yeah.
You know.
because you can get caught. It's just like at that point, it's like gambling if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're just throwing money in and hoping it goes up. But like if you learn how to read this, then you would know like, all right, it's not gambling because I know it's going up. So if you put $100 into Apple, you know that it's going up. So even when it goes down at some point, it's gonna go higher eventually.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, because they go down for a little bit. But
yeah,
then
like
it
there's a
comes
down
back
here.
up.
This was the pandemic,
Oh, okay.
and then
In
you can see
March.
it went way past that. And
In
then
just a year.
yeah, and then this right here, they did a stock split. So
Oh,
if
where
you
they
owned one
shares.
share, they split it to like 4, and then people were selling it because of that. But it went past that already too. So like even on the downs,
So when I did the split, if I were back like investing at that time and I had gotten one share of Apple, it would have split 4 ways.
if you had it before the split, yeah,
Oh.
because one share of Apple at that time was like $400 a
So it
share.
would have been like a buy one get 3 free or something.
Yeah,
Oh.
but they all did like so the shares were $400 at this point, and then they split it into 4. So now you own 4 shares, but they only own or each share is only worth 100. So like the price is still the same, but you have more shares.
Nice. Okay.
So, what else you got?
I guess going back to the Robinhood thing, now that like all that's happening and Robinhood was kind of known for being like for beginners,
Yeah.
what would you use now? Or what would you suggest to use since Robinhood's kind of like on the fence right now?
It kind of depends. Like, I think for long term and beginning, it's still a good platform
Really?
because
Because
you're
I
still
only
learning.
have Robinhood right now.
Yeah, like one of the main things with Robinhood is this. Like, let's say I wanted to buy one share, and I hit this in review order, it explains it to you right here. You are placing a good for market 1 share, and it tells you like your order will be placed after the market opens. So it tells you this. And then let's say like when you become like more experienced and you want to do options, like let's say this is like next level, so I'm not going to explain too much of it, but let's say I click this and I want one of them. In review, it'll tell you like you're paying for $520 for the right to buy 100 shares.
Oh, and others don't do that?
No.
Oh.
Like if I go on this one, this is my account. This is a lot.
That looks like you went to like school for that.
Yeah, this is a lot more advanced. So a beginning investor is not gonna know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go to Apple.
That looks like a heating map or something.
Yeah, look at the Apple thing on here. I'm gonna go to the daily.
You have like a little potion.
Look at all these lines.
Oh, it's Apple?
This is all the stuff I've been doing. All right.
Wow, that's like what's the word? Intimidating.
Yeah. It is because you don't know what is happening on this. But you can see here it's the same the same like
I guess
chart.
Robinhood would be like the elementary like beginners.
Yeah.
Or...
It's the same chart. Wait, where am I?
Oh, it's the same chart.
Yeah, this is the year. You can tell. Wait, this ain't Apple, this is my stuff. Right, this is the chart for the year on Robinhood, and then this is Thinkorswim with TD Ameritrade. So it's the same chart, it does the same things, but it just looks crazy because it has a lot more information on it. So like, as you can see, like it's a lot more confusing than if I hit this right here. It doesn't tell me like you're gonna buy one share of this or that. So
how long did it take you to get from like understanding or feeling comfortable to use these charts? Because you've only been in the stock market for less than a year now, no?
Yeah, it'll be a year, like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I think like 2 weeks, actually, a full year. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Because I remember how you were in the beginning.
Yeah, I was all hyped. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
I didn't even know what you were doing. I just get excited for you.
But I think I started this like in the summertime.
So I was using this?
So that's the thing, like you were saying, like what other platforms would I use? Because I was doing trading. Robinhood's horrible for trading because
I remember you saying that.
It's horrible because this is like what happens is if I do this right here, right, and let's say I was gonna pick this option like I was saying, right, you can see right here 510 and 525. Basically what this means is people who are trying to buy it want to buy it for $510. People who want to sell it are trying to sell it for $525. So because it's Robinhood, if you want to get filled, you're going to have to go into the higher end or you're not going to get filled. It's not going to fill because it's Robinhood. So Robinhood makes money from that difference. So like you might actually buy the contract for $510, but the other $20 or $10 that was in that difference is going to Robinhood. So that's how they make money. They say it's free, but it's because you get bad order fills.
Oh, that's
so it's
the catch.
Yeah, so like it's not really free. Like you're probably paying more than like this right here is 65 cents for a contract, but you're probably getting like $5 to $10 off buying it on here than you do on Robinhood. So like long-term investing, it doesn't really affect you because you're not trying to sell it for one, so you don't have to worry about selling it at like a low price. And then you're not doing options, so it doesn't really affect you. So long term, I still think it's good, minus the fact that you can't add a beneficiary to it.
Oh.
So like it's really just for beginners.
Yeah.
Like that's all it's good for.
Like the shallow end of.
Yeah. Like it's only really good for beginners. Like once you know what you're doing and you start making money, you got to get out of Robinhood.
Yeah, and you'll probably know that at that time too. Do you still find yourself using Robinhood or not as much?
Well, I use it for my YouTube channel. So I'm using it for 2 reasons. One, like
just to show.
One, to show people how to get started, and then 2, I'm actually using it to pay off some of my like student loan debt.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that too. So it is benefiting me, but if I wanted to be like real serious about like my investing on this, then I would go to like another one, which I'm actually thinking about because of the whole GameStop crap.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be giving Robinhood money, which is what I'm doing by doing this.
Yeah.
So like, I'm on that fence right now.
I feel.
But if I was to pick another one besides Robinhood to start off on, it would be Webull.
Weeble.
So I can look them up right now.
Do you have an account with them or no?
I used to, but I closed it because I was more into I didn't want to have 3 accounts open at the same time. But that's because I was attached to Robinhood because I have a debit card with them.
Oh,
So
that's
like I can just
true.
go to like 7-Eleven and buy something with this account.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like that's good. And then because I have the debit card, I had my LA Fitness checks being direct deposited to this account.
Oh yeah, so you can
And
just
then I get
like move
interest
from
too. So
there.
like if I look here like where I think it's it might not be on here.
So no other they don't do that for other.
I think TD Ameritrade has debit
Oh,
cards.
okay.
But
Going to like the shopping theme that
yeah.
we were talking about, would you consider these like the banks, like Robinhood,
Mm-hmm.
and then
What do you mean by the banks?
or
Like a
like
bank stock?
yeah, because you know how we're going to the theme of each stock, like Apple and then Costco, like all the different stocks, and then you're putting your money through that app or through that.
Yeah.
Would it
Like
be
you're
like
investing through
yeah?
Robinhood.
Mm-hmm. Would so that would be like the bank of it or
It would be like your debit card, basically.
oh
I
okay,
guess you could say it, not like
but
in
not
that
bank
sense.
per se, but like they're the people holding the money for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like it's like your
Mm-hmm.
bank account,
Okay,
except it's right here.
it's like a bank warehouse because it has
Yeah.
different stocks and stuff. Interesting.
Hmm. So, yeah, Robinhood, it's really, really,
Mm-hmm.
really, really good for beginners.
Oh, but you were telling me too because I barely started with Robinhood and I have my Apple, but because of everything going on, you were saying that I could transfer it
Yeah.
to a
So, like, if you
different.
wanted to go to Webull,
Uh-huh.
let's say we wanted to go here, um, I don't think it might explain it here, but stock transfer right here.
Oh, there you go.
So, this answers all your questions, basically. Webull supports individual
Yeah.
cash and margin. Oh, wait, that's not it. See, on here, you can do Roth IRAs. On Robinhood, you can't, which is basically like a retirement account. But
Oh.
like you can do retirement accounts on Webull. I'm actually about to change it right now to this, to be honest with you.
Live.
But yeah, you can transfer your stocks to your Webull account. So it's basically just like taking your money from like Wells Fargo and transferring it to Bank of America without actually physically taking it out and then going to the bank and putting it in.
Mm-hmm.
So that saves you if you made a lot of money on your stocks because you don't have to pay the taxes on it. Because
Oh.
as soon as you sell, you have to pay taxes on what you sold.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about that. So then here it says it takes usually 5 to 7 business days.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like a
if,
week.
yeah, so if you just opened up, and if you're a long-term investor, that
That's
doesn't matter
nothing.
to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because some long terms aren't they like 3 to 9 months? You said,
long-term,
or are they longer
long-term
than
would be
that?
anything like more than like 2 years.
Oh.
I think 1 to 2 years would be like midterm.
Wow.
Yeah, long-term is like in the
Well,
future.
long term, yeah.
But yeah, we will definitely, because of this, basically this mostly, and then you can add beneficiaries to your account. So on Robinhood you can't do that, but on here, like if anything were to happen and you passed away, your account will get transferred to somebody, whoever you put.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you have children, like your son, like if anything happens, he's already set because you've already been building this account. Even though you were
Yeah.
using it for yourself, like, or whatever the case may be, you can use it as like a combined account for both of you guys. So you're using it to like help you build
Yeah.
for your retirement, but like if anything happens, he's already got his retirement set.
Wow.
It's amazing. And that's like I really think Robinhood is the only one that doesn't have that
Wow.
feature. So like Robinhood is like not that great. And then this one, the reason
How
why
long has Robin Hood been out?
I
A
think
few
like
years, huh?
yeah, it's been out for a while, but um, the one reason why I wasn't on here was because I couldn't do spreads, option trading,
Mm.
which is kind of confusing. I think they just got it though, so I might have to go ahead and switch on over.
To Weeble.
Yeah, I might do it and then be like, I just might tell people to go on here, to be honest with you. Because TD Ameritrade, like you said, this is extremely confusing for
Yeah.
one. And then like let's say I wanted to do like the options like I was saying and I picked this one. Let's say I picked this one and I want to buy it, confirm and send. it doesn't tell you like what are you doing really.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't say like you're agreeing to buy 100 shares or you're agreeing to sell 100 shares,
Yeah.
or it doesn't tell you that much.
Have
It's really hard to understand what's happening.
yeah.
You
It
have to
is.
know. You kind of have to know exactly already what you're doing,
It looks very
and it
advanced.
doesn't. It won't stop you. Like it won't stop you if you're doing something
Oh,
wrong.
or
Assuring, like
yeah,
yeah, like
like this is
confirming,
what
like
you're doing just to confirm.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying, like on
versus
here.
Robinhood. Have you done cuz once I signed up through your link through
Mhm.
Robinhood, the next day I got an email from Chase about if I wanted to invest through them.
Oh
Have
yeah,
you done yours through your bank
no,
or
I never even
oh.
looked at it. They have it, but I haven't looked.
Yeah, it was funny. I was the day that I sent you the Apple thing, the next couple of days, Chase was like, "Hey, would you consider?" And
Huh?
I was like, "Interesting that
Yeah, I
they
know him
know that I did that." Well,
for
I
real.
guess they know because I put my information through Robinhood.
You
So,
hooked up your bank account to it,
hmm
yeah. Yeah, I think I might have to make that switch and just call it quits with the Robinhood.
for now,
But
that would be nice to post that because a lot of people only know of Robinhood.
yeah, I just don't know how user friendly Webull is. I know it's less user friendly, but I know it's more user friendly than TD Ameritrade or Schwab or Fidelity or anything like that. Because those are more for like, one, they're for more like long term retirement.
Yeah.
So if you're trading on there, they kind of, I think they either don't want you really to be trading, or if they do, they like you need to know what you're doing already. Robinhood's just like, that's why Robinhood has the reputation it has, one because it's so easy, and people these days are
Yeah.
so hooked on easy.
Well, that's how they did that whole thing was through Robinhood, right? Or
But
oh, never mind. It was
no, it
just a
was
group of
universal.
people. Yeah.
But like, people on Robinhood made so much money, and then like,
Well, didn't you tell me once that on the news they showed how Robin Hood like made an effect
yeah,
on the thing?
yeah.
That was
There was
funny.
like a thing called Robin Track. I wonder if that's
Yeah,
still on here.
it's to see what the people on Robin Track are
You can see
doing.
like, all right, out of like everybody that owns this stock. See, I don't think it works. Oh, it doesn't work.
Oh, has shut down.
Yeah, see, like it's shut down, but
Well,
let me see.
because didn't they do that because of what happened recently?
Yeah.
They're trying to like limit the amount, which
Well,
is total BS.
what happened was like Robinhood investors, they're just all new people, so they don't know what's
Yeah.
happening. So like, when the information about a stock came out, Robinhood investors were buying it and making the price go up. So like,
Oh yeah,
this
didn't they do a truck or something?
it was
That
Hertz.
hurts.
So this website right here would show you like, out of everybody that owns Hertz stock, this is how many of those owners
Were
are
Robinhood.
Robinhood owners, and it was like crazy.
Yeah, so like if they still had that, they would show GameStop and
Oh,
like
GameStop would
it
be
would be
nuts.
nuts.
That would have been a cool one to actually see.
Because the Hertz one was pretty
Yeah, it was
crazy.
crazy.
That's funny.
I wonder who's actually watching this shit. Do you have anything other questions?
I feel like I've learned a lot.
I think eventually, like I was saying too, like Weeble's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know it exactly, so I'll have to like do some research and maybe
Before
mess
you
around
like,
with it.
yeah.
But switching over to like a more, what would you call it? Accredited brokerage would be
Yeah,
the smart
one
thing
that
to do
has a good
eventually.
reputation.
Yeah, like
Because
TD
on the internet,
Ameritrade.
you always see like clowns
Yeah,
associated with Robin.
yeah. There's a bunch of memes where like you got all
Yeah.
these brokerages and then Robin Hood's the clown
Yeah.
for reasons that that just got exposed this week.
Yeah.
So like,
Wednesday.
yeah. So like eventually, like I said, E-Trade, Schwab, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade would be ones that you eventually want to have once you know what you're doing, and you're
Yeah.
not you don't have
Once
to
you
ask
become
questions.
more of a mature.
Yeah, once you don't have to ask like really any more questions about things, then you can switch over to those. But for the beginning stages, Robinhood and then Webull. So I'm gonna have to like look up Webull and see what's popping with them. I know it's a far better brokerage than Robinhood for traders
Yeah.
and long term too. I mean, it's the same thing. You can't really go wrong when you're looking long term as far as brokerages. But
Interesting.
yep. So we can wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'll probably have more questions next
Yeah.
week.
If y'all have any more questions, leave a comment so I can answer those in the next, either the next few videos or in our next live stream Q&A. We'll probably make this like a routine thing. Not sure like how frequent, but we'll make it a frequent thing. And we'll go from there. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. Let's watch ourselves. Let's watch ourselves.
Are you still live?
Yeah. Come on, cuz. Why does it look like this? I could just end it on this.